13. The Book of Instruction. The teaching continues. Even after all Bhishma had taught him, all his exhortations, all his stories, Yudhishthira had not gained peace of mind. Bhishma, Yudhishthira, how can I be tranquil, he cried, when I see your body blood-encrusted, covered with running sores, when I see you skewered on those flesh-tormenting arrows and know your cruel suffering is my fault, mine and Duryodhana's, that wicked soul has never had to face what he has done to you, and to so many brave warriors, never had to sit here watching you, our blameless and beloved grandfather, endure living hell because of us. How I wish a hero's death had saved me from this relentless misery and remorse. Bhishma replied, how can you still suppose the slaughter was your fault? You were the channel for forces much more powerful than yourself. If you search for the causes of events, you should look beyond your blinkered mind. Listen to this story. A Brahmin woman called Gautami, who had seen a great deal of life and had attained peace of mind, found one day that her son had been killed by a snake. A hunter caught the snake and brought it to Gautami, all trussed up with strings so that it could not move. Here's the culprit, exclaimed the hunter, dangling the snake from his fist. Now I shall kill it for you. How would you like it done? Shall I hack it to little pieces? Throw it on the fire. It's up to you. This creature has made you suffer, and now I shall show it what suffering is. Let the snake go, Gautami said. Killing it will not bring back my boy, and you will only incur sin yourself by doing so. I understand the difference between what can be changed and what is inevitable, and true understanding enables one to pass over life's waters as a ship sails over the ocean. What you say is all very well for an enlightened person, said the hunter, but for someone down to earth such as myself, only revenge will bring comfort, so I'm going to kill this snake. To kill one's enemies is a virtuous act after all, and this snake is your enemy, so by allowing me to kill it, you will acquire merit in the hereafter. You are wrong, replied Gautami. What good can come from tormenting an enemy? Rather, good comes from not acting cruelly to one who is in our power. The argument continued to and fro between them, and the snake remained painfully tied up, listening and sighing to itself. Finally it said, You stupid hunter, I did not choose of my own free will to kill the child. Death told me to do it. I killed the boy, yes, but I am not an independent cause. Cause and effect are highly complex. You should not be blaming me. Well, said the hunter, even if you aren't the only cause of the child's death, you are a cause, and you're the one we've got our hands on, so you should be killed. Just then, Death himself appeared. It's true that I told the snake to kill the boy, but I was prompted by time. So neither I nor the snake is to blame. We are not free agents. Time appointed us to do his work. Then time, too, arrived. Neither I nor death nor the snake is the ultimate cause of the boy's death. That cause is the karma of the boy himself, his deeds in his previous lives. Karma is the cause no one can escape, no matter who or what delivers its effects. What you say is right, said Gautami. My son must have died as the result of his own karma, and my grief at his loss is the result of mine. Gautami found comfort in this thought, said Bhishma, as you should. Neither your cousin nor you was author of this massacre. A person's karma shapes their life and death, and beyond that there is the cosmic plan, the grand design constructed by the gods. Are we just trapped, then? Asked Yudhishthira. Just acting out a part provided for us, a part we play in ignorance, until death comes to claim us. Tell me, grandfather, Has anyone who leads a normal life, not renunciant practicing austerities, ever defeated death through their devotion to Dharma, through unwavering resolve? Very few, said Bhishma, a householder, of whom a king is the supreme example, has to deal with so many distractions, temptations, and compromises. But there was Sudarshana, the sun god of fire, son of the fire god. Sudarshana had determined to conquer death while living as a householder. He and his beautiful wife, Okavati, lived a simple life, here at Kurukshetra, in fact. Sudarshana always impressed upon Okavati that for a householder, honoring a guest is the highest duty. No matter what a guest asks for, we must vow always to give it, even our own bodies. Death, ever watchful, was sure that sooner or later this vow would be broken, and then he would seize Sudarshana and carry him off. One day, when Sudarshana was out collecting firewood, a Brahmin called at the house. Okavati welcomed him with every attention, and after washing his feet with perfumed water, asked him why he had come and what she could do for him. I've come because I am drawn by your great beauty, said the Brahmin. I want you to take off your clothes and surrender yourself to me. Okavati was utterly dismayed and tried to interest the Brahmin in other gifts, but he would not be put off. Remembering what her husband had told her, she took the Brahmin to her bed. When Sudarshana returned with wood, he was surprised not to be greeted at the door by his wife, and even more surprised when he called her and there was no reply. Locked in the Brahmin's arms, Okavati was too ashamed to speak. Instead, the Brahmin called out, I came to your house as a visitor, and your wife is giving me what I asked for, though she did try to offer me other things instead. I am very much enjoying her hospitality, and you can do what you like about it. Death, hanging around in the shadows, was certain that Sudarshana would now break his vow and was ready to strike him down. After all, no more painful test than this could be imagined. But Sudarshana called back, Please enjoy yourself. You are my honored guest, and anything I have is yours. At that, the Brahmin emerged from the bedroom and revealed himself to be Dharma himself, the embodiment of duty. He praised Sudarshana and Okavati for their great virtue and told them that Okavati, whose devotion had protected her from being defiled, would be transformed. Half of her would become the river Okavati, which flows through Kurukshetra to this day. The other half would accompany Sudarshana to heaven, which he would enter in his bodily form, since he had conquered death. Meanwhile, death, frustrated, went off on other more fruitful business. Then Bhishma spoke at length about the duty of care and generosity to Brahmins. If someone breaks a promise to make gifts to a Brahmin, then all their previous merit, all their good deeds and ritual observances will be cancelled out. To invite a Brahmin and then to give him nothing is an act as serious as if one had murdered him. That is the first